Hi, everyone. Judge Andrew Napolitano here for Judging Freedom. Today is Wednesday, August 25th, 2022. It's about 11:20 in the morning here on the East Coast of the United States. Yesterday afternoon, two men were convicted of conspiracy to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan. Haven't we heard this before? Yes, we have heard this before. This was a kidnapping plot totally concocted by the FBI. There were 18 people involved. We don't even know how many of them were undercover agents or not undercover agents, but cooperators with the FBI. The FBI paid for the plot. The FBI organized the plot. The FBI paid for hotel rooms in which the so-called plotters stayed. The government indicted 6 people. 2 pleaded guilty and got reduced prison terms. 4 were tried. 2 were found not guilty, and 2 the jury couldn't decide on, so it was a hung jury. Those 2 were tried again in the past 3 weeks. They're the 2 that were convicted yesterday. So of 18 plotters, 2 were found not guilty, 2 pleaded guilty, lesser sentences, 2 convicted by a grand jury and probably will be sentenced to life in prison. How they could go to prison for the rest of their lives where there was no harm and where it was a government plot intended to embarrass Donald Trump in the days and weeks before the 2020 election is beyond me. But that's where we are in American law today. The law of entrapment is the government must plant the seed, must plant the idea of the crime in your head. If you are predisposed to the crime because you already had the idea, even if the government pushes you along and provides the means for the crime, that's not entrapment. Boy, that is wrong. The government should have better things to do than creating false crimes. Like 10 years ago in New York City, every once in a while, somebody would be arrested for plotting to blow up the subways. Well, there was no real plot. It was some loner, loser, plotting with undercover FBI agents. And when he plunged what he thought was the plunger, which of course would have killed him as well, it was a barrel of talcum powder instead of explosives. And the FBI was there and swooped in and arrested him and took credit for saving the subways. Nonsense. This is farcical. These are government created crimes. There's no harm. No one is ever in danger as a result of them. How do they choose the people whom they want to entrap? That's the dangerous part of government overreach. They're usually people the politicians in power hate, and that is the wrong use of government assets. Go catch some bank robbers or some real terrorists. Judge Napolitano for Judging Freedom.